What is going on, fellas? This is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. And today we're going to chop it up about the difference between a woman with a high body count and a man with a high body count. Guy hit me up and he wanted me to break down the difference. So we're going to get into that. But first, before we do that, I need you guys to jump on the waiting list for my new course, The Ultimate Ladies Man. I'm gonna teach you the dating game step by step. I'm gonna teach you the whole process from seduction all the way to escalation. Dropping October 25th. So get on the waiting list right now. The link is going to be in the description, or go to www.ultimateladiesman.com. But let's get into it. Now, lately there has been a lot of talk in the manosphere, in this internet space, about body counts and women with high body counts, and guys expressing their displeasure, distaste for women with high body counts, right? And I always get requests to make these types of videos, but I kind of stay away from this because I tell you guys, it's something that you shouldn't even worry about, because you'll never know. She'll never tell you the truth anyway. And anything that she tell you, you're not gonna like the answer, whether she tell you 5, 4, 3, or 10. You're not gonna like the answer, right? So I try to teach guys to don't worry about that. Worry about what you're doing and worry about your game. But this guy asked me a very good question, and he wanted to know the difference between woman with a high body count and a man with a high body count, and how society views the two, right? Because nowadays women want to be viewed the same as men, and unfortunately it don't work like that. And there's three main differences that I came up with to help you guys out, right? So let's break this down. Now, the first difference between a man with a high body count and a woman with a high body count: a man that has a high body count, he has to provide some type of value in order for women to want to sleep with him. Some type of value. It may not be, monetary value, but he has to be valuable in some way for women to want to sleep with him. Women don't have to be valuable for a man to want to sleep with her. You understand what I'm saying? All a woman got to do is just show up and spread her legs. All a woman has to do is say, hey, listen, who want to sleep with me? And it's going to be a line around the block. A man has to provide value. Women have to look at him as valuable. And like I say, it's not just necessarily money. It may be the type of the energy he brings, the type of game he putting down. He may be a leader. He may be successful. He may be successful in business. He may be, successful in football, or, he may have an alpha spirit. He may be a player. These type of guys provide value, and women are attracted to this. And a woman is not going to sleep with a man unless he's providing some type of value. So in this way, this is why men get praised, right? This is why men get praised for having a high body count, because usually men who have high body counts can provide the world or women some type of value in some type of way. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the second difference between a man with a high body count and a woman with a high body count is a man has to work to make himself attractive, not just provide value, but also make himself attractive so women could even want to sleep with him. Women don't really have to be attractive. They can just show up, especially nowadays. Big bras is getting banged out. Ugly bras is getting banged out. Dudes will bang anything, but women are typically have to find you attractive, right? In order for a woman to sleep with you, outside of like prostitution and shit like that, but even then you have to provide value, right? Because it's the money, right? But women typically have to find you attractive in some way in order for them to lay down and let you sleep, let you have sex with them. Men will stick their thing in a hole. Men will stick their thing, in the middle of in between they couch. You know what I'm saying? If it get desperate enough, on a lonely night, a man will hit anything. You see what I'm saying? A woman don't really have to, make herself attractive. Now, in order to compete to get a high value guy, a guy who's doing his thing, a guy that's desirable by other women, she has to make herself up to compete for this guy. But in order to just get sex, in order for a woman to just get sex or get laid, she don't have to really, there's always some guy who willing to sleep with her, but that's not the same on That's not the same on the other foot. If you're not, you're not attractive, you don't provide value, you see what I'm saying? You're not, you don't have game. There's not going to be a woman that's willing to sleep with you. But on the flip side, a woman can like be damn near crippled, right? And provide no value, not be attractive, be big, sloppy. And there's some guy somewhere who will sleep with her, right? So when you have a woman who has a high body count, she didn't have to work for that. The man had to work for that. He had to make himself attractive, getting in the gym, getting his money, working on his fashion. You see what I'm saying? Working on his hygiene. And he also had to develop his game. You see what I'm saying? Women don't really have to develop their game like that. Women don't need game to sleep with women. And all of these things, like I said, the things that a man have to do makes him a better person. He has to work for it. He has to develop his character. He has to make more money, which society praises and other people praise. Not just women, but people praise the man who's attractive, the man who's a leader, the man who works out, the man who has discipline, right? People praise this. So a high body count is just a byproduct of this. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the second difference. A woman doesn't really have to work to make herself attractive, or she don't have to work to learn the game, versus a man has to work to make himself attractive, and not only financially, but physically, his game. He has to keep his hair cut. He has to keep his clothes sharp. He has to, all of these ins and outs that a man have to do. There's whole channels dedicated to, teach all of the intricacies of getting women to like you enough to sleep with you. You understand what I'm saying? So again, that's the second reason, that a man has to work on his attractiveness, and he has to work on his game. He has to put effort to that, and effort and hard work is generally praised. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the third reason that the third difference between a woman with a high body count and a man with a high body count is that, pay attention to this deep, right? When a man has sex with a woman, he's conquering her. When a woman has sex with a man, she's being conquered. He won her over. She's being conquered, right? So the more something is conquered, right? The more something, the more men that can conquer a person or can conquer anything, the least desirable she seems to other people, because that doesn't represent security for a man, right? So if why would I invest into something that has a track record of being easily conquered? You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I think guys are naturally repulsed by women with high body counts and women who are a bit slutty. This is why I think guys, because it's almost like a natural to want to feel secure in who you choose to invest in. And when a woman can be easily conquered, that's not security. That's like, okay, I can put all my time in, all my investment in, and then any old guy can just come and spit something in her ear, and all my hard work is gone. Now, when a man has a high body count, he's not being conquered. He's doing the conquering, right? Which is more attractive. Anybody that wins people over, anybody that conquers and wins, he's more attractive. He's more appealing. Now, a woman doesn't look at it the same. Like, a woman isn't going to look at her man, right, who other women find desirable and who could sleep with other women. A woman is not going to look at that as a security issue, because she knows her security lies in his resources, in his heart. Now, what women do worry about is if you're a simp. See, if you're a simp, they look at it the same way as you look at it if she's a slut. If you're a simp, then any woman can have your heart. And if any woman can have your heart, any woman can have your resources. And if any woman can have your resources, that's not security for her. You understand what I'm saying? But the more a person conquers, right, the more desirable and honorable they are. And the more a person can be conquered, or the more anything is conquered, the less desirable people may see it. Look at a country, right? Look at those countries in Africa, and some of these countries in Africa and the Middle East where it's just war torn, and people just keep coming in and conquering it, and taking the resources, just raping the country in and out. Those countries aren't desirable to people, right? But look at a place like America. that's doing all the conquering, right? In places like China and, you know, places like the UK, who's done the conquering. These places are desirable to other people. People from the conquered lands come to the lands that's the countries that's doing the conquering. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a natural way that people see things. So the conqueror is praised. The person, the conquered is not. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference between a man with a high body count and a woman with a high body count. But anyway, fellas, that ends that. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Listen, go jump on the waiting list right now. My course, The Ultimate Ladies Man, releases October 25th. Go jump on the waiting list right now. It's going to be limited. You are going to get the full package from how to, you know, from the seduction all the way to escalation. And not only that, you're going to get Attraction 101 for free and how to make a woman fall in love with you for free. So you're going to get 3 for 1. October 25th, it launches. Get on the waiting list because it's only a small window that you can purchase this. So get on the waiting list and it's going to sell out fast. So go right now, ultimateladiesman.com, or go to the link in the description. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.
In today's social media age, the dating game has become ruthless and competitive, with the technological advances we've made in society being the main culprit. Social media and dating apps have leveled the playing field so that now women have the power of choice and options. But where does that leave you? Frustrated, disappointed, lonely, left on scene, canceled dates, ghosting. Let's just be friends and I need to get to know you more. Rejections. I know it seems like you're on a dark, dead-end road, but that changes right now. I have the solution for you. I have the keys to transform you into the ultimate ladies man that women can't resist. Yes, you too can be amongst the 5% of men who know this game. This system will teach you the entire seduction process from the initial approach all the way to escalating to sex. Learn step by step how to transform yourself into the attractive man that the modern woman finds irresistible. Gain valuable skills such as screening, texting, flake prevention, sexual escalation, and so much more. Are you ready to start winning? Are you ready to become the ultimate ladies man?